What's up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Or maybe I should welcome myself back to my channel because I haven't been here in like 4 months, 5 months, a really long time. It's been a long time since I made a video. But yeah, today I just wanted to hop on here and just do more of a casual video and just sit down with you guys and let you know where I have been, why I haven't uploaded in so long, because I've gotten a lot of people messaging me like, hey, when are you gonna upload another video? It's been a long time. Understandably, I totally get that because it has been a while and it is very unusual for me to kind of disappear like that. So I want to kind of address that, let you guys know what's been going on with me. And on kind of a related note, I want to talk to you guys too about how I am changing my business and how I'm changing this YouTube channel moving forward. So if you follow my blog, you're on my email list, you're on my Facebook group, all that kind of shit, you probably already know that I rebranded my blog from Writing Revolt to Creative Revolt earlier this year. So kind of the thought process behind that was not just teaching people freelancing and writing, but kind of broadening my niche so I can share other types of creative business tips. So that is something I've already done. Probably if you follow me, like I said, you're already aware of that. But yeah, let's get back to where have I been. I'm gonna address that first because I've been asked about that a whole lot. And then we're gonna talk about how I'm gonna be changing this channel and all that good stuff moving forward. So this may end up being kind of like a long ramble, like a long ass ramble video. I don't really have like a structure or like 5 tips or any shit like that planned out for this. So just like grab a drink, grab a blanket, chill, sit down, because it's just gonna be more of a casual video and probably not like the other stuff you've seen on my channel so far. Just want to talk to you guys about what has been going on. So I want to start out first with kind of the backstory on why this happened so you guys can kind of understand everything that's going on. 2017 was a really difficult year for me on a personal level. At the beginning of last year, I was going through a lot of different stuff in my personal life, and I was also hustling a lot last year. So I was really focused on building my business. I was working a lot. I was really focused on growth. And on top of that, I had a death in the family happen unexpectedly last summer. So that was really difficult. You know, if you've ever had a death in the family, you know that it's just so difficult to deal with that in that moment, deal with the funeral, deal with kind of your grief and the emotions you're going through. But not only that, it's hard to deal with it moving forward, of course. So it's not just that time, it's also, you know, realizing that you can't call that person on the phone anymore for the first time. It's going through the first holidays without that person being there. It's the first anniversary of their death. It's all these different things that you kind of continually have to go through after you go through that initial shock and grief. Yeah, last year was a really hard year on a personal level. It was a great year for my business, but personally, a lot of things going on that were really, really upsetting and stressful and just hard to process. But when stuff like that happens, life doesn't just stop, right? You can't just be like, oh, well, you know, I'm gonna take a year off because I need that time or whatever. You have to keep doing shit. In my case, running your business, you have to keep showing up online. You have to, you know, still do phone calls, meetings, and do all these other things that are kind of difficult. So I made it up until the end of the year, just kind of working, and I think honestly I was just kind of distracting myself with work, keeping myself busy so I wouldn't have to deal with all these things and I wouldn't have to face it really. But at the end of last year, I kind of just hit this point where I couldn't do that anymore. So my family celebrates Christmas, and going to Christmas and that person not being there, I think that is when the grief from that loss really, really hit me. And on top of that, like I said, it had just been a hard year, so it was kind of like all these things were building up and I'd been through all this stress. And I was also starting to feel kind of unsure about the direction of my business. What did I want to do next? How is my business going to grow? So all these things kind of combined just really, really hit me really hard at the end of 2017. At the start of 2018, I felt that feeling that we all get when the new year is here. It's like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do all this cool shit this year and I'm gonna like kill the first quarter. It's gonna be awesome. So none of that happened for me. But what happened was when I sat down to work at the beginning of this year, 2018, I just felt different. I felt like I didn't have my normal energy. I felt like I wasn't excited to work, which I usually am very excited about. I felt like I wasn't motivated, which for me is very weird. I'm usually probably a little bit too motivated, so being unmotivated and feeling all these weird feelings and feeling like I couldn't work and I couldn't do anything, it was really difficult. Like even answering emails felt so heavy and so stressful. Even tweeting or posting to Instagram or filming a YouTube video just felt so heavy, and I just felt like I can't fucking do this, but I don't know why. And I actually remember I sat down to film a YouTube video when I was feeling like this, and I filmed it and I watched the footage back and I just looked at myself and thought, who the fuck is this person? Where did my energy go? What is happening? And that just made me feel worse. All these things kept building up and adding up and making me feel worse about not being able to work, not feeling productive, not feeling like myself, not feeling like I had my normal energy. And so I just got to the point where I just laid in bed. I just thought, fuck it, this is not working. I'm just gonna lay in bed. I can't do this today. It's just not gonna work. I felt like I tried everything I could to fix it. I tried all the different scheduling methods. I tried this, I tried that. I tried all the tips that people say to do online to be productive, to work, to get your motivation back. Nothing was working. So I just said, you know what? Fuck all this. I'm gonna go lay in bed. I'm upset. I'm sad as shit, and I don't know why. I don't know where my energy went, but I don't even care enough to deal with it. So if you've ever taken a psychology class or struggled with mental health issues, I'm sure you know where I'm going here. I was super depressed. And you know, it's something I can talk about normally now and it's whatever, but at the time it was just so devastating. I went from being this hyper motivated, super energetic person to just being someone who could only lay in bed, you know, and didn't even want to get out and go to the grocery store because I didn't want to see people. I didn't want to be around people. I just wanted to kind of hide and not be present. And it was just, I think I finally snapped after dealing with all that stuff that happened in my life last year, or actually not dealing with it. It just all kind of came together and came to the surface at the end of last year. And that was it. I had this severe depressive episode where I couldn't get out of bed, I couldn't do anything or whatever. And I'm feeling a lot better now, like I feel fine now. I still have difficult days. It's kind of like how when you get the flu, you're over it, but you'll still have like a little bit of a cough for like 6 weeks or something like that. That's kind of how I feel now, like I'm good, but I still have a bad day here and there every once in a while. And I've struggled with depression and anxiety and that kind of stuff pretty much my whole life. I would say depression has been more of an on and off thing. Like I struggled with it a lot in high school, and then I had this episode at the beginning of this year, and that's been kind of the two main times that I've felt depressed. But the anxiety has been more of an ongoing thing. If you know my backstory, you know that I had a early stage skin cancer, and I found that out the same like week I got fired from my full-time job in 2015. So a lot of my anxiety manifests as health anxiety due to that situation, and the depression made my anxiety way worse. It was absolutely horrible. There was a time period of like 2 weeks where I was having multiple panic attacks every single day, and it was just so weird, you know? Just obviously it's horrible and it's not a fucking fun thing to go through. So I couldn't film. I couldn't do a YouTube video. I couldn't, you know, post to Instagram. I couldn't hold my phone up and say hi on an Instagram story or anything like that, just because it felt too heavy. And it also just felt like if I did a video, I was either going to have to be A, super fucking fake, or B, a huge downer. And I will not post a video before I will do either one of those things. Especially after having gone through this depressive episode, which is unlike anything I've ever been through in my entire life. I don't ever want to show up and be a downer for anyone. And I just don't even have it in me to be fake. Like, if I don't feel like doing it, I'm just not gonna fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna get on here and be like, hey guys, what's up? And then go lay in bed and cry. That doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather just take a break and recover and not film. So that is what I did. It just made me realize a lot of things. It made me realize that I was not taking care of myself. It made me realize that my priorities were off. It made me realize that I needed to stop and take a fucking break and take a step back and deal with these things instead of just being like, oh, I'll keep myself busy, I'll do this, I'll do that, so I don't have to deal with it. And from a business perspective, it was really just about balance for me. Like I've said before, probably on this YouTube channel and podcast interviews, stuff like that, that I really feel like your business is the best it can be when you find the balance between having a positive impact on others, helping others, and doing something that you love, doing something that makes you so happy, and doing something that allows you to take care of yourself. So it has to be your audience and you. You both have to be benefiting from it. And I think at the end of last year, I had gotten to the point in my business where I just wasn't prioritizing myself at all. Like I would just, instead of relaxing with my husband and chilling with him when he would get home from work, I would just answer emails and respond to DMs and do all this other shit for my business. Or, you know, instead of filming a video that maybe I wanted to film that was a little more creative or allowed for a little more creative freedom, I would do whatever people were asking me to film because I always come from a place of wanting to help. But something that I've realized after going through this depressive episode or whatever is that I have to take care of myself too. I have to make myself a priority. And I have to find that balance between creating helpful content and creating a business that helps others, and also doing stuff that is just for me, stuff that is just my self-care, whether that is stuff that's just in my personal life, like going to the gym, going to yoga, eating a healthy meal or whatever, or if it's stuff in my business like saying, hey, this is a weird ass YouTube video idea that I want to film. Maybe no one's gonna like it, and maybe it'll only get a few views, but I want to film it anyway because I think it's gonna be an awesome, fun, creative project. And this really hit me when I was in therapy, and yeah, I've been in therapy for a few months. It's not the first time I've been. I think everybody who can should go to therapy. That's a whole other video topic, but I was hit really hard with this whole kind of thought process and thinking about this when I was in therapy and my therapist asked me, well, what do you do for fun? What do you do that's just for you? And I just paused for a minute and I sat there and I couldn't really think of much. And I actually got a little bit choked up when she asked me that because how weird to not be able to think of anything when someone asks you, what do you do for fun that's just for you? So on that note, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love what I do. Like I said, it's just more about the balance. I have to find a balance in what I'm doing so that I can help others and so that I can make sure that I am creatively fulfilled too, because at my core, I am a creative person, you know? I want to do creative things. I want to push my own limits and see what kind of content I can create that's totally different and stuff like that. And the second thing I want to say here is that I realized that some of this stuff I'm talking about here is first world problems. Like, it really is. I get that. And I have been fully aware of that this whole entire year. I was thinking about it so much when I was depressed that actually the guilt of that made me even more depressed, which sucked. Just because I've been in way worse life situations than the one I'm in right now. You know, I've been through times where I just had no money, my car almost got repossessed, I had to drop out of college, all these different types of things where it was just really difficult. And right now, I live in a pretty nice apartment. I have a husband who's supportive. I have a successful business. You know, I make enough money where I can go to the grocery store and not look at the price tag when it comes to most things. And that is so freeing, and that's stuff that I'm so grateful for. But something I've learned too here is that you can have a great life, you can have supportive family, friends, whatever, a great business, and you can still get depressed. And if that is you, if you can relate to that, try not to beat yourself up, because I know I beat myself up for it when I was depressed, just because what I do is teach people how to start businesses, and I get all these emails of people saying, you know, I'm going through this really tough time in my life. I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and I just want to make this much per month. I just want to have this freedom. And when I was depressed, I would read these emails and just be like, who the fuck am I to be depressed when other people are going through such awful things? Or even watching the news and being like, I have it great. I'm such an asshole that I'm depressed right now. Wow, I'm sad about the stuff that happened to me last year, and I'm feeling uncertain about where my business is going, and I'm depressed yet these people aren't. I'm a jerk. And if you're going through something like that right now, please don't beat yourself up. Please don't feel guilty if you can help it at all. Just talk to yourself in a more kind way. It sounds cheesy, but a lot of the shit that you need to do for yourself when you're depressed sounds kind of cheesy, but you do have to talk to yourself in a more kind way, because if you're anything like me, that's going to help a lot. But I won't get too far off on that. Although if you guys do want to hear more about my story going through this and how I am managing it and how I have maybe not overcome it completely, because I don't think this stuff ever really goes away for good, but man, I was at a point earlier this year when it was like at an 8, 9, 10 level with depression and anxiety, and now it's like a 1 or a 2. So if you guys want videos about that kind of stuff, especially with the anxiety, because that is it's just insane how certain things have helped me so much in such a short time period. So if you guys want me to make videos on that kind of stuff, do let me know in the comments below. I would love to do that. Obviously, I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a therapist or whatever. I'm just a college dropout who has struggled with these types of issues, and I can't tell you what to do, but I can share what I have done. So definitely let me know below if you guys want me to talk more about that kind of stuff, and I will. But yeah, that is why I was gone for so long. I was really struggling with depression and anxiety, and I was at a really low point. However, I'm feeling so much better now, and I'm back, and I'm planning a bunch of YouTube videos for the near future. I'm actually filming 2 videos today right after this one, so those will be up soon too. But on that note, let's talk about how I'm going to be changing this YouTube channel moving forward. So I already kind of mentioned that I had been feeling a little bit out of balance in my business, like I wanted to bring more creativity and creative freedom into my business and stuff like that. And for me, creating video content is so much fun. Like, it's definitely a kind of new passion of mine. Not something I was sure I would ever be interested in, but it turns out it's so much fun. I really do enjoy like creating videos and editing videos and all that stuff. However, I want to do more than just kind of me sitting here talking to you type of videos. And I want to do more than just business and marketing tutorial videos, because kind of what I'm envisioning for my YouTube channel, just to give you kind of a behind the scenes at what I'm thinking for my business, is that it's not just a business YouTube channel. I'm not just someone who teaches business. I want to make it bigger than that. I want to make it more about creating a happy and healthy life, like doing lifestyle type of stuff, maybe talking more about mental health, sharing my morning routine as a creative entrepreneur, or talking about traveling or whatever. Just stuff that is still relevant to creative entrepreneurs, but not only like structured business tip videos, because I think those kinds of videos will help me find more of that balance between how I can impact someone else in a positive way and creating something that is really fun to create, shooting B-roll and doing something else other than just business tutorials. So on that note, yes, I'm still going to be talking about business a whole lot here on this channel. I feel like that is my main thing. So for example, one of the videos I'm filming later today is about how to make 6 figures from your blog. So I'm still going to be doing a lot of that kind of stuff. However, I want to incorporate the other stuff into my channel too. So like I said, maybe how to eat healthy when you work from home, or how to stay in shape when you work from home, or other things like that that are just more like lifestyle for creative entrepreneur type of stuff. So tomorrow, for example, I'm planning on filming a morning routine video that will kind of give you guys a behind the scenes look at what I do in the morning to set myself up for a happy and healthy and a productive day. That way I can have a little bit more fun and creative freedom and experiment with my editing skills and shit like that, or lack of editing skills maybe, a little bit more, and shoot some B-roll and do some fun stuff like that, but it's still gonna be something that's helpful and relevant to people like you who are watching my channel. And on that note, if you have ideas, do let me know in the comments section below. I already asked this over on Instagram and I got some really great suggestions. So to be clear, ideas related to other more general lifestyle for creative entrepreneur type of stuff, not business tutorials, freelance writing, or blogging tips, not that. Because I got like 1,000 ideas in that business category, but I'm looking for ideas for the other type of stuff. And yeah, I've got a lot of ideas from you guys on Instagram already, so thank you guys so much for that. If you have helped me out there, because I really do use those ideas. Like I have a little chart in my Asana project management thing with all the ideas lined up. But I would love to hear more from you guys here on YouTube, what kind of content you would want to see from me other than just business stuff. So like I said, I'm kind of thinking healthy lifestyle type of stuff, maybe some mental health stuff. If that would help you guys out, I would love to talk about that more. Maybe even some traveling tips or travel vlogs, because I know a lot of you guys, if you are an entrepreneur, you may travel a lot for business, or if you are starting your business or want to start one, maybe you want to do it so you can travel full time, or so you can at least travel more. So all those kinds of things are stuff I'd really love to make videos about, and it'll be really fun for me and make my channel go a little bit more in that direction where it's kind of creating a happy and healthy life as a whole, including a creative business, as opposed to just being business tips and tutorials. And I would also love to do more just like sit down casual chat videos with you guys, kind of like this, hopefully not about another depressive episode that I've somehow had. Like, let's not hope that that happens again. Hopefully I don't have to talk about that happening again in the future, but I would love to just do more casual videos because I feel like that's kind of my style. Like, it's kind of similar to how I do it when I jump on like a live video on Facebook or something. It just feels a lot more chill. So anything you guys want me to talk about like that too, please comment below and let me know, because I'm gonna be totally looking through the comment section on this video for new video ideas. And before I close this video out, I just want to say to those of you who are subscribed, if you're a new subscriber, you're probably like, what the fuck is going on? But if you've been around here a while, I just want to say thank you for sticking with me through all of this. I know I've been gone from YouTube for a really long time, and it really sucked. Like, I love making YouTube videos, and it was really hard not being able to film and not being able to upload and talk to you guys in the comments. So thank you guys so much for sticking around. I appreciate you all so much. I really, really do. Like, I'm always so pleasantly surprised by how kind of a community we've built here and how supportive and nice you guys are. So thank you guys so much for sticking it out with me. Hopefully there will not be another time period when I don't upload for like 4 or 5 months or however long it's been. But yeah, I really, really appreciate you. I appreciate all the support you guys always give me. You are seriously the best. If you like this video and you want me to do more casual videos like that, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next video.